What's up, guys? Welcome to the Make It Happen podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Make It Happen himself, and this is episode 58. I'm joined on the couch by my good friends, Rhino, Jamel, Big Moody behind the boards. Today is Thursday, and we just wrapped up some content, filming, a lot of eating, food reviews.
So if I nod off over here, don't...
Yeah, I feel like I just finished a Thanksgiving plate.
Hey.
Not two, just one.
I need a cigarette.
Because my nerves bad.
People that still smoke cigarettes is crazy.
Yo, I'm talking like people still
It's one of the sure things that's going to kill you.
For
like
sure.
the evidence is that there's no more like certain medical evidence than cigarettes lead to death sooner. Like that's about the most certain.
I think most people
any
would,
reporting has ever been.
I think most people who smoke cigarettes ain't really worried about that.
Man.
Like even alcohol, like they're just now talking about maybe putting it on like the labels, like this could cause cancer, blah blah blah.
But when cigarettes first
been
came
like
out,
that for
it came out with the
decades
label.
now.
Yeah, when cigarettes came
still
out with
smoking
the
cigarettes.
But the movement for cigarettes was crazy. Like
Yeah.
the effort that they put into making sure that people smoke cigarettes was crazy. They gave
because
it to actors.
it was the most common crop that we had on the East Coast especially.
Yeah.
And the people that owned all of the cigarette companies, tobacco companies, once they fell out of favor, they went and opened up all of the food companies.
Yeah.
Same people own it.
Yeah.
Nabisco, all of them. They
Same
take
shit.
the same philosophy they had with getting everybody addicted to cigarettes, did the same thing to food.
Great marketing.
Now we
absolutely.
all
Marketing is crazy.
fat and unhealthy.
Yeah, and they making
And smoking
trillions of
cigarettes.
Welcome
dollars
to America.
smoking
And
cigarettes.
still smoking cigarettes. Bang,
Yeah.
look.
America is a business. It's not about being ethical here in America.
Nah.
Ethics don't exist.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're an adult. Make your own choices.
Right.
So that's how they justify it.
Yeah, you like
Yeah, but it's different when it's strategically planned for it to be that way.
Right.
It's like if from the moment you wake up in the morning, like the movie Focus, how they put that number in his head, that's how it is with fat shit. I'm gonna put this fat shit in your head every day, everywhere you go until you just find yourself at McDonald's.
Like, you know what? Fuck it.
Like, it's not your own thought.
You don't
But
even think about it.
imagine if you were the business owner. Like, say for example, there was a way that I could do this with the all-purpose seasoning.
Right.
Like, we would do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not, granted, the all-purpose seasoning is not bad for you.
Yeah.
But if
That's why I said only thing
nothing's
that
bad
money.
for you in moderation,
Yeah. Except
nobody's
cigarettes.
like no ad is like you should eat this triple whopper every day of your life.
Nah.
I mean, it's gonna fall back because you got free will, but
Right.
do you if everything I'm putting out is manipulating you to do a certain
It's a little
thing?
bit of both. Like, it's obviously a capitalistic mentality. It's a little fucked up that it's engineered for you to like it.
Yeah.
But
But since a kid though, you're looking at the adult mind. But you've been geared this way since you was born.
in their defense, though, if they don't do it, they're going out of business because everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
So what you would do? You just go say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna lose everything I ever built, and I'm
It's-
not gonna try to
At
genetically
some point
engineer
in
this
time,
food."
every business probably become unethical at a certain level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethics go out the window, like Apple with the chips.
You gotta be competitive.
Right.
And competitive
Comes with cutting
competition-
corners.
Yeah, competition leads to people
Mr.
cheating.
Beast
or
talk
doing
about that
things
with
are-
the chocolate bar industry. Like it's like 90% is child labor, and he like let's do something else about it. He was like, no, it's nothing to do about it.
Yeah,
So his whole thing is like, I'm trying to get the child, pay people a livable wage so they don't have to hire children on these cocoa farms. But it's like the business is like we use child labor. That's just
if
what
you
it
have
is.
an iPhone, have ever owned an iPhone or own one currently, you
A ton of
support
child-
slavery.
Yeah, for sure.
Child slavery,
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
people,
happened.
people ain't gonna agree.
And
not gonna-
people be like, oh, like they're like, where's your pan made? I'm like, you're texting me this from a phone that they got to mine the cobalt for, and it's
For
children
sure.
slaves that's
Yeah.
doing that. So like, what are you really talking about?
Hey, Moody, make sure you make sure you
It's
double that
really-
off over there.
it's-
There's
really
blood
no
on your
escape.
hands no matter what you do.
There's no escape, unless
Yeah,
you
it's
just
tough.
try to be weird tree hugger,
just
live
live
off
off
the
the
grid.
grid.
Yeah, unless you live off the grid.
You know,
You don't
don't
wanna do
use
that.
no
Stink.
soap or aluminum.
No,
Need
yo,
that
let me-
aluminum.
Yeah, need that aluminum.
Hey, this summer is coming. Don't y'all start that shit with that aluminum free.
Yeah.
You need all the
I
aluminum.
think people have gotten away from that.
No.
It was a stretch where they was really pushing that shit, but I think that the companies caught up and they started figuring out how to make you less funky without the aluminum.
What's my man's name? Uncle Joey. Joey did.
Yeah, Joey
He
Diaz.
said he said if you ever, he say live in Boulder, Colorado, and I guess it's a concentration of vegan women. He said the vegan woman pussy stinks. It smells awful. He said it's not the outside because they clean it, but when you get in there and they get to making that sound, that it smells awful. So the comment said, I dated a few vegans. It's true. He said inside it smell like a graveyard.
Oh my God.
So it's this big thing going around how women that are vegan vagina smell awful.
I can see that.
Oh, they about to be in the
something about the
comments
meat,
like
they not
shit.
eating the
Nah, I can see. Don't know vegans watch this shit.
Bad vegans watching.
I can see that.
I was tripping when I heard that. That was
the title
hilarious.
of this episode needs to be "Vegan Pussy Stinks." Damn, vegans.
Yeah, vegans got it.
I don't like y'all motherfuckers anyway.
So every woman that commented said, now I'm going to look at vegans completely different.
Yeah.
I'm never going to forget this information. Yeah, crazy.
Vegan,
just
vagina.
rotting produce.
Rotting
nothing
vag.
stinks worse than rotten produce.
That's
That's
yo,
the shit that stinks.
Yo,
The meat can sit in the fucking dumpster for fucking a month, and then it'll finally start to smell. When it smells bad, it smells
Yeah,
Feels
bad.
bad, right.
But the fucking broccoli
let
in
that
it,
broccoli,
Yeah.
let that broccoli
That
sit
shit
out.
stinks
Ooh,
terrible.
that joke is not a good
I don't think
smell.
nothing is worth to a woman than have a stinky vag. Like everything it should be.
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing you
So,
can have.
so let me
rough.
ask y'all this: so when people be funky and they stink, like, do they know they stink? Or
I think that so
sometimes
your nose, the sensory like mechanism of the nose picks up on smell changes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to somebody's house and their house stinks, they don't know their house
Yeah.
stinks because they're in it.
Yeah.
But if they leave for a while and they come back, they might notice.
Yo,
So
nose, yeah.
this
It's like
girl
if you've been
online,
stinking all day, you don't notice it because you've been with yourself all
right.
day.
This girl said she fell out with this girl, and then she had commented something like, "Yeah, you stinky bitch," right? So she was like, whatever. Like she said, so later on in
You
her life,
stinky bitch
she
is
got
crazy.
into it with somebody else, and they had said, "Yeah,
stinky.
that's why you stink." And she was like, "Hold on, like this is the second time that somebody done told me like she
3
didn't know."
times you stink.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't know that she stunk. She smelled bad. So then she realized, she said, "Nobody ever told me that I smell
But
bad."
you know what? It was one of those like when my mother, like when you were young, you were like, "Yo, you smell like outside," and I never used to be like, "What the fuck does outside smell like?"
Oh, yeah, when somebody
But then
come in
now
from
that you
outside,
older,
you be like-
and you been inside, somebody, what the fuck you been doing?
Running outside?
Boy, yeah, it's definitely a smell.
Yeah,
so
for
yeah,
sure.
I can definitely get that. But like you said, people do be a little right.
You might not know it.
It's awful, bro. Like
It's-
when I used to work in corporate America, you get on the elevator 7:30, 8 in the morning, motherfuckers stink. Like how?
It's too
do
early to
you
be funky.
stink
You just
first
got
thing in the
here.
morning.
So we got to get this under wraps. Like, all right, 12 hours max. 12 hours is probably where you know you need to take a shower.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
earlier than that.
Yeah.
If you're getting close to the 24-hour mark and you haven't washed your
Your
ass,
What's the
You
longest
out of
y'all?
bounds.
What's the longest y'all been without a shower?
as a kid or an adult,
As an adult,
An adult. Don't
One
lie
day.
either.
it's been like 1 or 2.
probably 48 hours.
I did
That ain't
did
shit.
2 days.
When I had my ACL surgery, I probably didn't take a shower for like 6 days.
I
you
can't
didn't-
go that
You
long.
didn't want to get up.
Cause you're not allowed to get this shit
You
wet.
you're not allowed to get this shit wet.
that's
And that shit
different.
hurts so bad. You gotta wrap that bitch and do
Yeah.
all of this stuff with it.
See, something like that is different.
That's
Like,
different. I mean, you
but
were
by
unable.
that like fourth day is
you right.
nah. You don't.
You don't give a fuck.
I mean, who knows? I maybe I did think,
Yeah.
but I didn't feel like I
You didn't
did.
feel like, yeah.
No, when I get like if it's
I
closing
also
to a
was on, like,
24-hour
bed
mark,
rest. I
yeah,
didn't
you wasn't
move.
moving around. I need to shower.
Yeah, I
Like, know
hate the
need to
feeling
bathe,
of
yeah.
stickiness.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know when you're not fresh.
Like most people, like say for instance, like it's people that work 9 to 5, and you like this Saturday, I'm just gonna be in the house.
Right.
And you've been in the house all day. Some
Right.
people might not shower. Oh, some
So,
motherfuckers might not.
This
do
how I don't know.
anything
Is
that
this
night.
I've done
crazy
that.
or not? So it's like, all right, say if let's say I'm reaching the 24-hour mark of my shower. I know I need to take a shower, 12, whatever, but I gotta go to the gym.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a shower before I go to the gym.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get in the shower. Like I'm not going to the gym not ripe
Yeah.
to get more unripe.
Yeah, you can't do
And
that.
I'm not going to the gym and not showering at all that day. That's crazy.
Oh, that's
some people,
fucking-
some
Oh,
people are
that's
doing
crazy.
that.
That's
some
crazy.
People,
They
some
gonna
people
have
doing that.
ringworm and
Some
shit.
people
Yeah.
are doing that. Like
You go to the gym and don't shower
like,
after, it's crazy.
Think about this. Think about
For
some
the
people.
rest of the day.
For the rest of the day, it's
Cause-
crazy.
hold up.
fucking-
I can
You-
see if you wait a while, you might have to do something when you
Cause
get
think
home,
about
but
it.
not
A lot
just
of people
not
might
showering.
not shower at the gym and go straight to work. Some people
They're
might.
wild.
Oh, no, you got-
There's
that's-
some people
so
that
you
doing
saying
that.
that
No,
people
hell
go
no.
to work?
I think
Go
it's
to the
some-
gym.
I
No, you
think
said
it-
go
I
to the
think so.
gym.
Wait a fucking
I think
second.
so. I think
You're
so.
telling me that you think people wake up in the morning,
Gym.
go to the gym,
Yeah.
And then straight to work.
hit the
Doing
gym,
like-
and then go to work?
I'm talking about not a shower. I'm talking about they might do a little washcloth or something, but not a
Man,
full
hell
shower.
no.
You need a full shower.
Man, I'm
Bruh,
Them nuts gonna be tangy if you don't get that full
you're
water
a
on
sick
there.
fuck.
He's a sick fuck.
Yeah, for sure. For
You're
sure.
a sick
You gotta,
fuck.
you gotta go
But
shower.
that's shower. Like I have to go back home because showering at the gym before you go to work is the most task driven shit.
Like, so,
Bro,
ever.
my hot water heater went. This was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. My hot water heater went, right, and I had home insurance at the time. And I've been paying on this shit. I was like, all right, finally, I got something I can cash my shit in. They go replace it, blah, blah, blah. That shit took like 2 weeks. I'm showering at the gym every day.
Bro, it's the most tedious task ever.
They so small. Yeah.
You got to make sure you got everything.
Yeah.
Got to be dry, cool. Oh, it might be too hot. That's the worst shit. When you rushing to take a shower, you got to get dressed and you get too hot. Oh, my God.
Then you sweaty.
Yeah, sweaty.
So wait. Do you have shower shoes?
I was wearing flip-flops.
Oh,
at the gym?
I
How
thought
about
you
to
was
say at
going
home?
barefoot
No.
to the ground.
No, any public place.
I mean, it's either that or don't shower.
Right.
Yeah?
But I think that foot shit is overstated. Because imagine, like, think about all the times you've been to an amusement park or walked around like at a community pool barefooted. Like,
Right.
if it was that bad, I'd have had all type of foot funguses
for sure.
and infections
Bless
and shit.
you. Yeah.
As a kid, you don't wear no motherfucking shoes running around the pool or the beach.
Yeah.
That shit spicy. Good Lord.
Your phone is probably
Praise
filthier than
God.
anything.
Cheers, my brother.
Cheers, good brother.
Cheers.
Woo, I ain't had a drink in
2 days.
Since it's Sunday.
3 days.
3 days. Okay. Celebration.
Ooh, yeah, that's good right there.
It's a celebration. Love to
What you
stay
put in
drunk.
that?
Wild Turkey 101.
Wild Turkey 101. Yeah.
What's the bitters?
I did the extra bitters like I just learned.
Yeah, Moody. Goddamn,
That's
Moody.
a fucking old fashioned.
I'm ready to take a nap.
Classic jump. Saloon jump. Bar style.
That's good.
Gun on the hip.
When we went to the
I love
spot,
it.
I was like, Matt, what make you think? He was like, probably way more bitters than what it need.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That shit is fire.
That's good. No, that's really, really good.
That's
Now I
good.
made
Solid.
it.
With my own 2 hands.
All Tron in the house.
That's like Alfredo
That's money.
to me. Old fashioned like Alfredo. Just
Okay, talk your shit, big
put it
Moody.
together.
Hey, some people out here.
Well,
don't-
what'd you say? Y'all won't taking showers? What y'all was talking about? I heard
said,
that the
what
bar.
y'all
Y'all
taking
taking-
we ain't say
It's
we won't.
crazy because when Matt told me that story about his hot water being out, when I first moved over here, our hot water wasn't on for like 2 weeks.
I had took a cold shower like 3 days in a row. I said, I
Yeah.
gotta take a hot shower.
Yeah.
So I was going to the gym, taking a shower at the gym.
That shit hurt.
The thing suck. You have to take everything with
Yes,
just
bro.
saying, it was
It's
so-
the
Inside the
worst
shower.
shit out. It's
Bro,
the worst
it's
shit
too
ever, bro.
much. It's too much.
Way too much.
That new One Life in Hampton, though, they got shelves and everything
Yeah,
inside the
see,
shower.
that's
They
different.
hooks and
Yeah.
everything. They got
You going to the
everything
joint,
for
they
you.
got the small shower, ain't got nothing in there. It sucks.
That little thin curtain, someone
Oh,
walk by
man.
too fast, that joint might open on you.
Hey. You fuck around.
Say, hang on there, fella.
Hey, you fucking
Keeping Tom here.
Say, you got any soap in there?
I'm gonna walk past your joint and say,
Hey,
Damn, boy.
Hey, goddamn, boy, you good?
I know you keep your girl happy with that.
Hey,
Y'all remember that time Rhino got arrested for being a peeping Tom?
no, I ain't never happened.
In the men's room.
Y'all cut that
Looking
shit.
up under the stall.
He was peeping that Tom.
Yo, my thing is, bro, if you ever
On your back under the joint is crazy.
Because
Taking the piss, bro.
yo, that's
Somebody
nasty.
hand slide through the joint like
Yo, let me tell you something. That
after
right
the move, you
there,
gotta put that in there. That gotta go in there. That's too
yo,
funny.
let me tell you
They
something.
got the joint that you use when you work underneath a car, just rolling it.
Hey, because it's like, what can you honestly
nuts on you,
do? You got some nuts on you is crazy. Oh my
Hit
god.
with the damn.
Booty the oil change.
Yo, because bro, what can you do? Because you a shitter.
Hey, man,
you shit in
piss.
public places
Hey,
a
man,
lot.
piss. You can't. What
So
you
what
gonna
do you do?
What you gonna do?
What are you talking about?
Like if you shit and somebody like looking, you catch a motherfucker.
The wildest
looking through the
joint, like dude
what
was,
do you do?
Got
dude
a
was
wipe.
in the stall. No, dude was in the stall on his phone, right? And somebody was in the stall beside him, and their kid crawled under the jump. Like, what you doing in here? Like,
Like,
like get your fucking kid. I'm taking a shit. Like your
would've-
kid.
your
Right.
little-
My kid said, "What are you doing? How you doing? What?"
hey,
Oh, man.
you're shitting and a kid come
Slide
up
up
underneath
under
the
the
jump
jump.
and stand in the corner and look at you.
What the fuck? If you don't get your whose kid is this?
Yo.
Ooh, this is off to a good start.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Yo, because why? Why is your kid
Man,
right
kids
here?
just do
Kids
shit.
do
man.
shit like that, yo. Like, yo, y'all got sons. Y'all gonna be chasing around in the
Being
department
arrested for a
stores.
peeping Tom
It's
in the male
crazy.
in the men's locker
In the-
room at
it's
the gym
crazy.
is fucking
It's crazy.
hilarious.
Crazy. It's
And like, I
definitely
do
crazy.
it again.
And
ass
I'll
in the
do
car.
it again. It's crazy. Yeah, you're sick. I feel like you. Anybody that's a peeping Tom is just sick. Like that's some sick shit.
It's sicker shit out here than that.
It's sicker shit out here than that, but that's some sick shit. Like you
That's
just
sick though.
So one of the last viral things was what's her name? Lex from Poor Minds.
Yeah.
She had been recorded.
That's
like
my people, too.
they do the little skits where they record you,
Shout
like
out
the
to
Rizz
Lex and Dre.
trend.
It was Dre.
Yeah.
It was Dre, and they look like they like Rizz her up, and then dude had put it on the internet, and everybody was like, "No, you shouldn't record people in public," and da 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 da. And they was
Right.
going crazy
I
about
think
it.
that's one of the lamest trends that we got going. Like a lot of this that's why I just don't really get, and maybe it's to my own detriment. I'll probably be better off if I got more into some of these
Like
things.
TikTok?
Right.
Just some of the trends that evolved from TikTok.
okay.
I just think that shit's corny though.
Yeah.
Like to record a girl without her permission,
Yeah,
standing over top of her, like
it's weird.
yeah, you don't know
weird
if she
shit.
got a man. You don't know like that could ruin a motherfucking relationship.
Right.
That could ruin a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That could put that somebody's husband or boyfriend might be abusive.
Yeah.
You post this shit, she go home and get beat the fuck up because you want to be cool
You
on
want to be
TikTok.
Yeah.
cool and shit.
That's
yeah.
not cool. Nothing about that is cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot
And
of
most
shit.
women in that environment or that situation, unless you just a complete like not anywhere near her
Yeah.
type, is gonna be like at least cordial to you. She's not
Right.
like get away from me, you
Right, yeah.
ugly fuck. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a conversation.
Right.
Right.
So it's like I just don't get it.
Right.
Like what's the point that they're trying to prove? That they know how to talk to women? Like that's the cool thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with this generation of
Losers
men
who
under
never talk to
21
women,
never
yeah.
talk to women is big for that for sure.
But isn't that pathetic though?
No.
I wouldn't say that it's
the
pathetic. It's
world
just
we
the
in.
way
Men
the
that
times
don't talk
though.
to women.
No, men that don't know how to talk to women.
I wouldn't
Look at
say
how
it's
the world we in.
pathetic. It's just
This
a
is how you talk to
situation
women.
of circumstances though.
Talk to women.
Yeah, but people.
But
don't.
we grew up in the
just
era
try.
where we
Yeah.
did it though.
Hey, how you doing?
But we had to do it. This
My
they
name's
don't have
Matt.
to.
What's your name?
So I also realized so now like the millennials, we're the last generation of like people who just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because we had like social interaction online. Now they have so much anxiety or super critical of themselves because their whole life has been online since the beginning.
I get that.
So they just
but-
develop a different
But
relationship with this
they're
shit.
not learning anything from a controlled and half of the shit that's on the internet is staged. It's not even real.
Right.
That one seemed pretty authentic. A lot of them are not authentic at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
I just
you're not
think
getting
we
nothing out of
benefit.
this.
We benefit from
It's like
being
back
in
in
the
the
real
day when
world.
the pickup artist shit was on TV when we was kids.
Right.
And you see the weird dress motherfuckers that
Yeah.
go get 15 girls in a day. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, how do you do that?
How do you do that shit?
Like, it's all fucking staged.
Yeah. But like you said, majority of their life has been staged. A lot of their life has been social media. Like
It's just
But
different.
I don't. My
school
point is,
and
I
high
don't think
school
that's
really
making them
wasn't-
any better. I think
Oh,
it's
no,
making them
I
No,
worse.
but I'm
Making
saying
it-
for
yeah.
them though, that's how they feel
Yeah.
just because of how they grew up.
But I'm saying it's making them worse off. It's
Yeah.
not making them better.
But but a lot of people like
Because also,
yeah.
what this motherfucker that's doing that's got all of this clout from TikTok, that shit not gonna work for buddy that work a regular job and
Yeah.
ain't got them same clothes or them same jewelry or like
Yeah.
that's not gonna work the same.
and they gonna work the same. So, for example, so when you go back to your restaurant and it's full at the bar, just look and see what people do at your bar. I guarantee, like a lot of them is not talking to each other. You're beside people that you don't know. Everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
Nobody has a conversation with each other. Nobody's talking to each other. Everybody is either I'm in a clique by myself with my people, or that's it. Nobody's at the bar talking to the next person beside them.
I think people talk at the bar still.
It's very rare. Like when you
I
get a
mean,
chance.
but I ain't here to talk either. I'm here to get
do
down.
what?
But a lot of people, but no. But you do have some
But
people
a
that
lot of people go to the bar to
People go
interact.
to the
I mean,
bar
yeah.
to try to get women,
Or
get,
when you can't use fresh though, because sometimes people because that's all they can get.
Yeah.
Reservations full, so I gotta sit at the bar.
yeah. When I'm talking about like, okay, I was just saying a normal bar. Like it's gonna be some people that go to his bar that it's gonna be some women that go there solo.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some men go there solo because the vibe of it is I know it's gonna be some people in there.
All right.
I mean,
know.
some
I see
people
people talk at the bar though.
Yeah.
And some people don't look approachable though.
Yeah.
Like they have a stank face. It's like
Yeah.
it just don't seem welcoming. So
That's
some
me.
people are
I
intimidated.
try to look as
Yeah.
unapproachable
Approachable
as
and don't come
possible.
over
Yeah,
here,
some people don't want that interaction.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like this, if they don't look like they want that interaction, leave them alone.
leave them alone.
And that's
Yeah.
what people be
That's
doing.
okay
Yeah.
too.
That's
But yeah.
that's what
It's
the world
like,
has turned
I
into.
think that the loneliness thing is it's built up in your head. Like
Right.
it's like the reason for it is because you overthinking everything.
Yeah.
Like a casual conversation. We talk about this multiple times.
Yeah.
When you approach somebody, you can't seem like crazy interested in them right out the gate. It just need to be like
It's no
light and
but
loose
you've
and
learned
casual.
that though.
Yeah, but
Through how you was raised in the situation you was put into. They've been in a completely
yeah,
different.
but they're not going to learn anything valuable from watching that shit on TikTok.
Yeah.
How do they know that if they feel like that's the information that they're getting though? Like you understand,
mean,
like we're the way we are
That's the information
because
that
of
they're
how we
getting
was
'cause
raised though.
that's what they're looking at.
The thing
There's
I'm-
other information out
Yeah.
there. They got they got the internet with a million places.
They
to
don't-
get
they don't
information.
know what they
They're
don't know, though.
purposely looking at TikTok for their information. That's
Yeah,
what
because
the
that's
fucking
what
matter.
this generation
Yeah,
use.
TikTok is just, I mean.
Yeah, but
It's like saying, "Oh, we shouldn't have been on MySpace."
it's like if we was kids and we watching wrestling to learn how to fight.
Some
They
motherfuckers,
did.
here's some motherfuckers that really was
Bro,
like.
it's not the same thing. It's not real life. TikTok is not
get,
real life.
I get what you're saying, but you have some people like think about it. Think about how the world reacted when TikTok went down. Like motherfuckers was acting like the world was over. That's how.
That's their- like, if they just
But
took-
why though?
But
The
I'm just
same
saying though, y'all not look. If we
information-
had, if
the
they just
same-
took Instagram away, like you would be like, "What the fuck?"
No,
it's the same way for them.
The same information on TikTok is on Google.
right.
Where do I want to eat? You can go to Google. You go to Maps.
But it's not explained to you.
You're not.
So-
Y'all
so-
just
You go to
looking at it. Y'all just
OpenTable.
looking at
People
it from
don't
the
wanna
outside
read.
though.
That's
You can
what-
read the reviews.
But
That's what
again,
it is. People are,
we talk about this all the
We
time.
talking about a
where you
different
gotta-
generation.
We
I
talk
get
about this
that.
all the time. Where
No, you can't.
people
'Cause
want
my generation
the
doing it too.
easy-
Your people doing it too.
Yeah, we
I
all doing it.
understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
My point is, I think that it should be a concerted effort if we care about them to find a better alternative to what they're actually trying to accomplish. Like if you want to learn how to talk to people, TikTok is not the place to learn how to talk to
So
people.
where would I go?
A social club, a group,
But like I just
meetup,
said, a lot of people are now don't want to be approached. A lot of people are unapproachable. So how do I learn? Just walking inside a social club, just going to talk to random people?
They're going to teach you.
if
how
you're
to.
in a social club, you're there to be social. Like
Yeah.
you're amongst other people that want to learn
That
and
wanna
meet
talk.
people.
Okay, that wanna
so that
meet
makes
people.
it the ice is broken because we all here because we trying to meet new people.
Got you. Okay.
I'm not just walking into a random place with a bunch of strangers that
Right.
I never engaged with before, and like obviously if you never did that before, you're gonna be nervous to do
Yeah.
that. But if you're in an environment where it's a meetup, we all have a similar interest. You get on a Facebook group. All of us love puppies. We fucking at the fucking thing
Yeah.
talking.
So now
and
we
you
talking about some
you
shit.
bring your dog. I brought my dog. We hanging out. We
Yeah.
got mutual things. Like that's how you learn how to talk to people.
That is, I mean, like you said,
You're
we
not
know
gonna learn how to talk to people in your fucking basement or your mom's house watching TikTok.
Yeah.
You're not gonna learn anything.
You got to get out
You
of.
still got to
yeah.
go do it.
right.
That's the main thing.
So
I
like
get that.
we take one guy. What's his name? London or something like that. I think he's in Houston.
Okay.
Like Matt said, he's wearing designer clothes.
Uh-huh.
He got a nice fancy car.
Yeah.
So in my mind is saying, well, dang, I can't get girls unless I have X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Which is not true.
It's
so
not
it's kind
true.
of misleading.
Yeah.
Some girls, it is true.
Some girls,
But,
it
you know what
is.
I'm saying? but majority of it's like, I mean, you're not going to walk past a 10 every day.
Yeah.
Almost never.
Yeah. So it's misleading.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do think
That's all my point is. I think that
Social media is definitely
if
misleading.
we were to like really try to curate something for them to build these life skills that are tough to come by in today's generation, there's a much better way to go about doing it than to get them hooked on watching shit that's not even real.
right because I mean, social media will make you feel like certain things is real because that's what the masses
Almost
are
none
saying.
of it's real.
You know what I'm saying? The masses are saying, in order for me to get a woman, I have to have a certain look to myself. I have to have a certain amount of money in order for me to get a woman. If I don't have these things, I can't.
I think
that's what
I think
social
that's
media is
still true.
telling people.
I think that's true.
I don't think that, but see,
It is
you think
true.
that's true. I don't think that's true. Moody said the same thing. You still got to be able to talk to a girl. You still got to be able
Yeah,
to be
but
something.
it depends on the type of girl. Like if you're
Again.
trying to achieve a certain type of girl,
Yeah.
you gotta be a certain type of guy.
Absolutely.
Now, if you are trying to date somebody that's compatible with
Yeah.
you, then that's not true.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
I
saying.
think people need to take that into consideration too, because like people will again watch this shit and they're like, oh, if you just say the right thing to them, you can get any girl.
Yeah.
Like that's not always.
But then I also
Set
shit is,
yourself up for
but that shit
failure.
is also saying if I have a certain amount of money, I can get any girl I want. That's what this shit is saying now to a lot of these kids. It's saying if I have this certain amount of money, no matter what,
Which
I
isn't
look
far
like, nothing,
fetched.
I think that your odds of getting the girl that you want if you have a lot of money
Yeah.
are higher
Yeah,
than if you don't have a lot of money.
I respect that. I can get that. I don't think that you should.
that's
pretty
feel
much
like
anything.
I think
not
that's
talk
probably a fact.
but I don't think you should just not go talk to anyone because you.
I never said that.
Yeah. No, I ain't saying you said.
I
I'm just
just
saying
think
in
that
general.
my whole point was there's a better approach and there's a better way
Yeah.
for them to learn and build those social skills that are important.
Absolutely.
Also, COVID fucked up a lot of kids because they were secluded, kept away from each other. Really young kids didn't get to pick up on facial cues, which as humans in your first 2 to 5 years, most of what you learn is through like facial expression, reading lips, and like learning things. If you covering yourself with a mask every day, you lose a lot of that. So who knows what those kids are going to be like.
But that's what I was saying. Speaking more so not to like why they're like it's a deeper reason to why nobody is out seeking the worst information they could possibly find.
They're seeking the easiest information they can find, which I think is setting you up for failure. You need to do some work. If you want to be good at something, you're not going to get good at it watching TikTok.
You got to do something with
Unless
it.
it's like a fucking, I'm showing you how to build a bird's nest or a bird feeder. Like something that's very specific, is exactly how you do it. Like you could learn that. But like when it comes to like interacting with humans, that's not something that can be taught in a 60-second video.
No, you got to go do it.
Yeah, you got to practice. You got to be out in the world and interact and engage.
Because like you said, it just like talking to a woman, you can have that same conversation with a person. I ain't even going to just say women. You can just have that same anybody through Messenger, and then try to do that same conversation face to face. A lot of people can't do it, and y'all
but
just
also
said the
people
same
be
thing.
different too. Like there's been times I've had like business things pop up where like somebody will be like, all right, let's link on whatever business proposition it is, and we'll communicate back and forth via text or email. I'm like, oh, this guy seems like he got he's decent. I meet him in person. I'm like, this guy's a fucking nut job. Like, it's not always the same.
Right.
I think also,
but you would want to meet. But it's better. I think it's better to have met that person face to face and had that conversation than through Messenger, because you can hide, you can mask who you really are. I think through the computer, through an iPhone or whatever the case may be. Than me actually having this conversation in front of you. Now, I had this conversation in front of you. I know you a nut job, but like you said, through the messages, I can't really know. I don't know. I don't know the tone of your message. I don't know the tone of how you really are through this. People mask or hide their true self behind the computer or through the phone. For sure. Yeah. So I agree to, like you said, it would be two different people.
I think that, in my opinion, what I would tell my son or my family member that's younger than me, well, not even just a son, a woman too, but especially a man, get a sales job early.
Absolutely.
One of your first jobs should be a sales job.
I agree.
Because you'll never learn anything better. Like that's the best vessel for you to learn how to talk to people.
Right.
Because it's fucking hard out the gate. You lose all of the the insecurities of like approaching somebody and starting a conversation. You get rid of all of like the butterflies, all of the like how to start the conversation, like how to lead somebody to the point that you're trying to make. You learn all of that through a sales job.
Absolutely.
Right. And that's all life is, really, is like engaging with. That's been something that's helped me tremendously in my life.
Oh, same here.
It's just being like having them sales jobs early on and then having a sales job at a high level, like dealing with, at first it might have been a shoe store where you're dealing with the average person.
I was so nervous my first
it might
time.
be working in corporate America where I'm dealing with a multi-millionaire that owns 12 car dealerships.
Right.
You learn how to talk to people.
Right.
All different walks of life. I think that's the most invaluable way to learn social skills.
Hell yeah, because I was nervous. My first, I remember my first day on the job, foot action.
Hell yeah.
I was 16. I think it's a shoe that just came out, and it was packed in there. I'm like, I ain't trying to even go on the floor. Like, it's just too much.
No people gonna need something.
But
from
the manager like, hey, I mean, you gotta go out there.
Right.
They need sizes. You gotta go know what they want, because there's gonna be some people like, well, I don't know what I want.
You can't reach the size of 10.
Oh
Right.
man, you know what I'm saying?
You
Now,
look like they could
now I
finesse
gotta
you
get
out
on
of
the
a
ladder. I
discount.
gotta grab this boat to get the shit down. So me getting that job at Foot Action in the 9th grade to help me a lot going throughout school and just different jobs.
Just
Like
talking
you
to
said, just sales.
people.
Like you
Right.
gotta be able to talk to people.
Everything sell. You either buy or sell it.
Yeah, that's it.
Line
That's
of
life.
The
tele-
whole
Hey.
life. I was just thinking that. You
That's
either
it.
buying it or selling it.
You
That's
buying or selling. No matter what interaction you have in, no matter what it is, you
know,
buying or
you
selling.
might do a little bit of both.
Well,
Depends on who you are.
That's your
You-
fault.
not me.
You gonna sell a little bit?
Huh? Not selling anything.
Yo. What are we
Not selling
talking
anything. I don't know what he's talking about. We'll
about?
blurb that out.
No
I
more
don't know,
red,
I
no
don't know
more old fashioned.
And he keep, you know when he look at
My
you,
man
he
my
saying
man
some
a
fucked
quarter
up
way
shit.
through
And
his
waiting for
old
you to
fashioned.
really answer
Hey,
like,
frisky.
I'm
Hey.
for real.
That's how you know Rhino don't drink for real. Either that or I'm just alcoholic.
Probably a little bit of both.
bit both.
Oh yeah.
Look at that, like,
Well, they said two things can be true.
yeah.
You got another round or no?
This shit is good.
You one and done. Man,
That
ain't
shit
got
was
another
good.
round in him. It's crazy.
Thank
I'm
y'all
telling
for
all the
watching.
women listen up. Moody is one and done.
That's it.
He
I
ain't got
two
another
in.
round.
What you
in him.
mean, baby?
Hey,
Y'all better set them
Sorry
up.
for your luck.
Y'all better set them up.
Man said burns hot and fast.
Said, what's this?
It burned hot and fast.
Oh shit.
yo, so
Speaking of that, Iman Shumpert. What's up with the news today on that? What do y'all think?
What happened?
That's how the game. Just anybody that's rich
What
put
happened?
themselves in a sticky situation.
Apparently,
The divorce is final.
The divorce is final. He's basically got to give her
10 million in cribs.
Noah's Ark.
4 houses.
Noah's Ark.
4 houses.
The
2
animals that
cars.
came-
12
with it.
acres in heaven.
$300K Maybach. $70K truck. She retains all 100% ownership of her businesses, and they got to pay $8,000 a month.
For the kids.
$8,000 a month?
8,000.
Well, that's not
Kind of
bad.
easy. I mean, he gave her about 15 million the other way.
So 15 million
Oh,
plus.
15 million cash and $8,000
No,
a
no,
month?
10 million in houses.
Yeah, but she ain't going to. I mean, she might sell some of them.
And the Maybachs. And the cars.
Maybach,
and the
the
Sprinter.
Sprinter.
The cars is, if you bought her a car, you got to let her keep the car.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah.
She retained 100% of everything she owns, and he just got to pay the monthly. Oh, she get a one-time 7-figure payout.
Yeah.
They undisclosed amount.
They don't know the amount, but it's 7 figures.
7-figure payout, and
Iman ain't even make that much money.
it.
and
He got it, but
Yeah.
like he ain't never.
But
like,
I think-
he, unfortunately for him, because he was good.
Yeah.
If he was in today's era, he would have cashed out.
oh yeah, he would ate.
hundreds of millions of
Yeah,
dollars.
he would ate.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was like right before
Boy, got
motherfuckers was
crazy.
stealing money.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I think that
What's his highest check? Look it up. What's
His
his
highest,
highest? His
like,
highest
con- contract?
His highest contract that he
it
ever
had to
got.
been with it had to been with the Cavs. It had to been.
Moody be behind the boards. Don't board nothing.
Don't board a mother.
What's Iman Shumpert's?
Gotta be. I think
You don't
why
make drinks or look nothing up.
This ain't live TV.
I think the problem is because again, if I'm
$40
not
million is his biggest contract.
40 mil,
40
He would
million.
have had 140 in today's world.
absolutely. I think the problem
just gave
was
him a big chunk
he
of that.
made
No, I mean,
And
big
that's
chunk is
just
already
what
gone.
the contract was. He had to pay taxes on that.
that's what
I'm
saying.
He had to pay his
You know what I'm saying?
attorney.
He gave him a
had to
big
pay
portion of his
agent.
biggest
He got about
bag.
He paid
20.
all his people this. Shit, he might have 11,
11.
10.
Yeah.
And then you're outside, you're buying shit.
Oh, you
you're
definitely
tricking,
outside.
You're at the strip club, you've private jetting.
They
you at the-
said the problem is the fact that he was the one that
put the cheat
he
clause
put the
in there.
cheat clause in there.
Sure, I get that.
So it's like
you don't want to be rich. I mean, T.I. Taylor not poor, but you don't want to be rich and then your girl cheating on you.
Yeah. But
And
that's
then
why I make it be like, that's why people like, oh, you did this. It's almost like, yo, you said some shit and then you went against what you said.
I get it.
So it's like, well,
call
we
that
can't
being-
we can't feel bad. It's like we can't feel bad for you because
I got the
People
word
do
for
that,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Being a victim of your own decisions.
yeah, you can't like it's like, yeah,
He
bro,
set it up
hey,
like that.
Hey, I fucked up.
Call it giving you enough
So it's
rope
like
to hang
you
yourself.
gotta take it to the chin because I don't want that brought it to the table, and I went against what I brought to the table.
Well, like what we always say, most athletes are not that smart.
So you know, but
man.
I don't
They
understand
ain't
it
the rarest.
because
Today,
then
after
he ain't he on you know they have a little fun together, right?
Yeah, for sure.
allegedly, I don't know.
Allegedly, we don't know. Shout out to Tiana's very beautiful lady.
Yeah.
She just got a lot richer too.
Yeah, she
You
did.
should use the Rizz.
Come on now.
Rizz joint from TikTok and go holler at him.
Yo, I
And
would.
Rizz her up.
Rizz her up.
You not getting no pussy if you saying Rizz.
Rizz
anyway.
you up. It's crazy.
Not at 34.
Not at 34. Nah. So
I mean,
that's
just
why
a
I'm
way
like,
to describe something. It ain't like you got to use it.
Nah, I just think. I mean, everybody got.
That's some
everybody,
super young shit.
everybody
I ain't
got their
never heard
blueprint of how
nobody
they
say
gonna
that.
I mean,
approach a
Castanet
situation.
created it. It's new. That's how
Castanet's
new it
like
is.
22 years old.
I'm just saying, that's how new it is. It's been created.
We're 12 years older than him.
Yeah, you can't be saying certain shit. You just can't do.
I was already having sex before he was born.
Yeah.
It's like that's how I know you young.
Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Everybody got their blueprint of how they gonna approach a woman though, or approach anybody. I mean, everybody got their own blueprint. What works for you might not work for somebody else.
Damn, Iman, I know that's a sobering thing because like
And his music trash.
he's rapping.
Yeah, he just came out with a song.
Heard some odd shit before. Heard a song before. It was cool.
Better holler at Jello.
Hey, I might swerve.
Swerve.
No, that's
Whoa.
another song he got with Glorilla. That's hard. I was
Oh,
at
yeah.
the gym.
Shout
I was
out
like,
to
this
Glow.
shit all
You
right.
heard the
Now he
Wayne
got his own
feature?
sound.
Yeah.
You heard the Lil Wayne joint?
Yeah, he snapped.
Yeah,
He got his own sound.
Jello,
for
Jello,
sure.
all right.
for sure. Yeah. Hey, man, one way or another, we gonna get this bag.
Hey,
That's how
so
he
we
felt.
can rap, shoot
Damn,
ball, or do
Iman.
everything.
Yeah, he went out. But I mean, he be
Hey,
all
look,
right.
I was listening to the Steve Harvey interview, and he was talking about how he fucked up like $50 million. It was like, how did you do it? He's like, there's this thing called a divorce.
Yeah.
And it was like stealing money from him his whole relationship, and there's nothing he could do about it.
Who was selling
Like his wife and his accountant.
Account,
was,
Yeah.
it? Together.
Yep.
He was writing checks to pay his
Taxes?
Taxes. They was taking the money out of his account like he paid his taxes and never paying the taxes.
So he still owed his taxes too.
Yep.
So not only did he get a divorce, he had to give his wife half, but he also has 7 years of back taxes he had to pay.
Yep.
He looked up his account, had like $1,200 in it.
Let me tell you something.
He had to fight back.
He had to
It's times
bring
in
it
life.
back. I needed that story recently.
It's times in life where
I
I
was like,
agree
damn, all right, Steve.
to a motherfucker crashing out and choking the fuck out somebody, and I would have been understood.
Got to fight back.
I would have understood.
That's why he was
Steve.
doing them three. He was doing 4 or 5 shows at
Yeah.
one time.
I would have understood.
Like his
Steve.
day was crazy.
Got the
Crash.
same
He started
stuff
at
on
4
two
a.m.
different
Yeah, he
shows.
doing-
I'm
Yeah.
doing whatever
He doing
y'all
every
need
show
y'all need to
possible.
do.
I could agree with Steve crashing out if he would have crashed.
Didn't
out,
crash
man.
out, ran it up, and
I-
got to find a wife.
Yeah, yes he did. Yes he did.
That's the
how
fight
you
back.
win.
That's how you
win
win
up.
right there.
Kill him with success.
Because he got that money back
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Tenfold.
I ain't
Yeah,
never seen
tenfold.
nobody on the radio and 4 TV, daytime TV shows all at once.
Hey, he get to it.
And I host the Grammys, the motherfucking
My man was
Emmys.
doing
Bro,
everything.
Miss
USA.
host.
Yeah,
I do
Family
it all.
Feud, his own show on the
that
radio.
Family Feud.
Bro, he was
People
running it.
love
They had
Family
another
Feud.
game show with the kids. He had 5 mad shows on at
Hey,
once.
yeah, that's how you do it.
Running
And
it.
he put out an album.
He did?
When the phone hit the fan. Steve Harvey show was good. You know what
Yeah,
I
it
was
was.
listening to where bruh from that wrote the Jamie Foxx show. I think it's some Bentley. He wrote he was a writer for Martin. Him and Jamie didn't get paid for Jamie Foxx show. Like that's crazy. Like
Jamie didn't get paid for the Jamie Foxx show?
It be like that a lot of times.
they keep telling them they in the red. But it's like, how you still in the red? It's been almost 25 years. Like, that way he was like, yo, something ain't right. He said, that's why I knew, like, this shit is corrupt. I'm like, damn, you ain't getting paid for the Jamie Foxx?
As a business owner, though, you could be in the red.
He 25?
25 years. I mean, I don't know how much they're making.
Yeah.
How many of them years out of 25 is actual profitable years? Or
That's what I'm saying. But
years of
I
making
don't
money?
know like, when it comes to, like, shows and stuff, I don't know how that probably works.
I
We
don't know
getting
either,
more
but-
in than it's
Because
going out.
the Jamie Foxx
I've
is
experienced
being
it from
played.
like as an example, as a restaurant owner,
Yeah.
we're busy as shit. We making a ton of money today.
You still in the red.
I haven't made any money.
Right.
Like I got
They said to pay for it.
a long ways to go
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I make some money. But people see you and you see you own the spot and it's booming. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm struggling. Like,
Yeah.
but that's reality.
You ain't gonna be in the
That's
spot
business,
for
though.
Yeah.
10 years and then
It
still
depends
be
on
in
how
the
much
red.
debt they have. I don't know.
You never know. You
Motherfucker
never know
might
who
take
they
out
owe, where they got that money from.
For example, it's maybe not a TV show, but a movie. Somebody might take out $50 million loan or
Yeah.
get investors $50, $100 million budget. That movie might make $15 million.
That's cool. But we talking about a show that we know for a
Yeah, they was
fact.
for 5 years. They only ran it for 5 years.
Yeah. But think about the Jamie Foxx show was
I mean, just because you like
A
it, don't
cultural,
mean it was making
yeah,
money.
it could be culturally
Just 'cause it come on-
significant. That don't mean it was successful.
I'm saying the
monetarily.
number wise, I want to see what the number was for the Jamie Foxx because I thought it was like a high value show. Like not just for just us. I'm talking about just in general. It's still being played.
Cultural
I
significance.
would have thought 25 years. That's what I'm saying. Some time, yes, but
Right.
25, 30 years, I wouldn't have expected that you would still be in the red.
I
Right.
think just if my name is Jamie Foxx and we call this the Jamie Foxx show, I need a check.
I need a little bit of something.
You gotta give me
But it wasn't
something.
Jamie Foxx then, though.
But the show name.
No, I
is
get
Jamie
that.
Foxx
I
show.
get that, but like you wasn't Jamie. Like it was Jamie
I
Foxx.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still.
So I don't think he
That's just
owned
what
it
they
then.
named the show after the person that was on it. Then
and I need a check. For that. I need a check.
No, yeah.
I would
That right there, I need
would
a check
love
for.
to
I don't
know
care
the
if-
numbers of how much it made because I don't know. Like the
I don't
Jamie
know how
Foxx
much
wasn't.
TV shows make in general.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't really
period.
know that. That's a different type of ball game. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn, I would have never thought that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought that. But I always like to, when I see like the people that's behind the scenes, like the writers for these shows, just to think about like how did you come up with shit like this? Like how did you come up? Like you got to be like a creative mind to come up with them.
It'd be a writer's room. It'd be
Yeah.
like 8 people that are all creative and they all got different
Ideas,
ideas.
yeah.
And
And how do certain people
Spin
come?
it up,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's dope. Like, I just
it's like that
think,
in corporate America too. They got this shit called the war room. If we were working on a new project, you bring people from different departments. You sit in there, brainstorm, come up with this is the new credit card we rolling out.
Right.
and
It's,
everybody,
it's like that with everywhere.
Take the best of the people, get the best
minds
ideas.
That's
you
like
got.
music do the same thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They got
When people write their music, it's usually like pop stars and country music and shit is a group effort.
again. I don't know if y'all listen to it yet, but Complex A, Larry June, and 2 Chainz might be
I still haven't listened
might
to
be
it
the
yet.
album of the year. I think y'all need to listen.
I
to
listened
it.
about half of it. Yeah.
It's one of them albums, man.
I'm trying to think of the setting in which I want to listen to that. I don't want to listen to it at the gym.
No, you can't.
Maybe
Drive
on a
to
walk.
DC.
A drive to DC.
Drive to DC. A walk. Motherfucker want to listen to your shit on a walk.
Nah, you
That's
gonna
crazy.
walk slow as shit. Listen to that, Joe.
It's one of them like it give you. I mean, Alchemist gonna give you that type of vibe on all his songs. Like it's
Maybe a little edible,
definitely edible.
little joint.
Definitely edible. Definitely, I can see you smoking a blunt outside.
It's like a mall pace walk. Like
Okay.
God damn.
you don't know what store you want to go to.
But we
You
in
there,
here.
You just
yeah.
hanging out.
And I'm having a good time, and I
Killing
feel
time.
good.
Just had an Auntie Ann.
Yeah.
Your
And you
wife
feel
in there,
good.
wife in there shopping. You
She
just
get
killing
mad, so
time.
you just
yeah.
killing time. And it's really good.
I probably gonna stop for the watermelon bubble gum.
Oh man. Yo, you think people still put 25 cents in that shit?
Shit, that watermelon
yeah.
bubble gum fire.
How much you think people
It's
really
fire
still
for
put
like
25
13
and
seconds.
50
Yeah, probably so.
quarters in there?
Cause kids be wanting that shit. So they sing,
Who the fuck got a quarter on him in today's
Oh,
world?
look at your dad. You can do this, and he gonna say,
Yo,
You better. Did he got a tap?
that's what I'm saying. They don't got tap. They still got the 25 or 50
If
cents.
you got a quarter on you today, like what the fuck is going on in your life?
Yeah.
You got change on.
you ain't got no change in your car?
Fuck no.
man, Mike up said, I love when two old dudes get to fighting because it be like $1.80 on the floor.
Yo, $1.80
Bro, that
is
shit had me in the
crazy.
floor, man.
Yo, so I bring it back because again, Moody and Matt, y'all got sons, and I was listening to he played Captain America. He was on 8 Mile as well.
Anthony, what's his last name?
I forgot.
Anthony.
He played Papa Doc, right?
Not McAfee. Yeah, he played McAfee. Anthony.
He played Papa
something.
Doc. On
He
8
played
Mile,
Papa Doc on 8 Mile.
You know who that is, but you just the name. So he pretty much was like how he raised his sons. He raised his sons to like say like pretty much like young men, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, like making sure like my 15-year-old is the man in the house when I'm not there. Like you always make sure your mom is good. You always like
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all having sons. And,
I think that's
and
great.
the type of world we in. Like, what's the approach that you feel like with your son? This is the approach I'm gonna have with my kid.
I think that overall, the pendulum swings in each direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we experienced in the late, maybe like 2016 to just recently, maybe 2018 to just recently, where like masculinity was like demonized, like
Yeah.
being a male, a straight male
Yeah.
with masculine characteristics was like looked at as a bad thing.
Right.
When, 50 years ago, it was looked at as a great thing.
Right.
The pendulum swings in each direction. I think that recently we've just experienced, we're coming off the back of that being a negative thing.
Right.
I think for the vast majority of human civilization, masculinity's been something to be proud of
Right.
and admired.
Right.
And I think that we're kind of starting to head back in that direction, or at least leveling out a little bit. I think there's pros and cons, right? You don't want to be like, you shouldn't be a sexist or like, put people down or be like hyper aggressive and some of the things that the masculinity shit kind of like the connotation that it comes with. But I think that being a man should be just as dope as being a woman.
Absolutely.
So I think that you want to raise a boy to, I want him to be who he wants to be, but
Right.
if I can influence it in a way, I want you to be a man of character, a man that looks out for people weaker or smaller or less fortunate than you, that put women first, protect women, provide for them, provide for your younger siblings. Like those are the real characteristics of being masculine to me.
Okay.
And I think that that's never not going to be dope.
And the reason why I say that because, again, you know how we was raised. A lot of us was raised as you don't show no emotions.
Yeah.
And I always felt like a man that don't show no emotions is saying a lot. Like you're not emotional. It's the difference between just being emotional and being understanding of your emotions.
Yeah.
So you mad at every time you just angry and stuff like bro.
Yeah, anger is like the only acceptable emotion for men. Usually.
But is it acceptable? Because bro, why you always angry?
Yeah.
I mean,
why you don't know how to control your emotions to the point that your tone is always here.
Right.
You can't never be like.
It just depends though, because I feel like a lot of men during that era weren't emotionally like vulnerable, is because like a woman will use that and throw it in your face type of thing. So it's like, as a man, that's like the ultimate vulnerable thing.
Right.
Like, so it's like nobody ever want to put themselves in a situation where your woman can say that they seen you like in a vulnerable situation. Right. So when it comes to communicating that, like Matt says, like it was only right for you to be angry. It was like the only emotion that a man could have, especially when we was growing up.
So that's why I say at that point now that you know that emotional vulnerability, emotional intelligence is important. Again, as men, we wasn't really raised to tap into that. But now that you guys have sons and know the
new age masculinity.
You know the importance of it.
That's the benefit of the pendulum swinging.
Right. Because you learn something in between.
You learn something like we may not need to go this far.
Right.
But like there's things that we learn from this that we could bring back when it gets back to a stable, state.
Absolutely.
Right.
I think that it's okay to have emotions and whatnot. But I think the issue, like Mel was saying, is men care more about the woman's view of us than we care about the man's view of us.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Like, as friends, us three can sit here and joke on each other, make fun of each other, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But if we went out there and there was 3 girls making fun of us for the same shit, that'll make you feel
yeah, it'll cut you deep.
Yeah.
You care about that
Oh,
shit.
give me a snack.
Yeah.
So as a man, like you kind of guard yourself from that because you're afraid that eventually a woman could use that against you or make you feel less of a man because you did have, you did show your emotions.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're more likely to guard that because her opinion matters way more than my boy's opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
But how do you stop yourself from having that mentality where like, nah, I'm not even gonna put this out because I don't even want you to even have the opportunity to throw it in my face. But you might have a woman that's not gonna ever do it. So how do you stop yourself from?
I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm still
the right partner though. I think that if you got somebody that you trust and you can be vulnerable with and be honest and open with, and they're not going to be malicious and like, motherfucker, you cried when your dad died. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, goddamn.
But girls will say some,
but not even intentionally.
Yeah,
like because you could share something with her, and she could, and it could just come out.
Yeah,
now you like. Fuck, I shouldn't even have told you that. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather not even risk that or either have you having to carry that burden for me. I just rather not tell you.
But then it become a problem because then they feel like you're not being vulnerable to them.
So being, I would say like you we talking about like 2 things at once. Like you being able to be vulnerable and handle it or being like, now it's more understandable to be emotionally to a woman to understand where she's coming from. Because usually it'll be like if you see a girl upset, you be like, man, I'm out of here. I'm just gonna leave. Like and now you could be at a point where I can understand where you're coming from emotionally and communicate to that. Yeah. So it's like 2 different things, like you being vulnerable and then understanding when like she's being emotional type thing.
That's one of the biggest things I always say. Like even though it might be small to me,
right,
it might be huge to her, and I gotta just respect.
I had to learn that early on for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of men haven't tapped into, like you said. That shit's small. I don't even understand why you mad, but
for sure.
That shit
and I still
really
find
big.
myself doing that.
Then, I'm not even saying it's women. It's some people that we feel like the situation is small, and to somebody else, man or woman, it's super huge to them. And we like, what are you doing?
Your reality is your reality. The most difficult thing you've been through is the most difficult thing you've been through.
Yeah, right. Regardless of
some people never lost a loved one. Some people never lost a job. Some people never been broke. Some people never. The worst thing that ever happened to them was they wrecked their car. They got a flat tire or. Their mom got sick and then got better or, whatever. That's real to them.
Right.
There's other people that lost their entire family. Everything
Early
with
on,
the shit,
yeah.
their foot got cut. Like it's motherfuckers out here that got a fucked up story.
Right. And it's like,
Like
you got
their reality is gonna be different.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, like you say, I think people have to just learn. Like I said, something small to you can be big to somebody else, and it's okay. It doesn't lessen anything. It's that just like you said, that's their reality.
I'm like that now. Like I've experienced so much death with people that are close to me that like when I know somebody that their parent like is sick, like I show empathy because I'm not a fucking psychopath, but deep down I'm like, well, I mean,
eventually
we're getting older. Eventually they're gonna.
You look at it like
because
that.
I've experienced it. Like I know
early
that
on.
eventually this is gonna happen to everybody. I know that it sucks, and I'm here for you if you need me. But like, prepare
it's like,
yourself.
it's just like I seen this wild story. Y'all might know his name. The kid that went to Michigan. He was about to go to Michigan on the full ride. He was wide receiver. Then he went in like to get like a regular checkup, and they found like cancer in his leg.
Yeah.
They found out he had like bone cancer.
Yeah.
So he ended up getting the surgery. He like 17, 18 at this point. He getting the surgery. He's still on the team, going to like the events and stuff. Then he ended up having to get his leg amputated. Then he died like 2 years at 22 years old. And he used to have the interviews of him like, man, I don't want to die this early. Like I'm so young, I don't want to die.
Like what's going on?
Gone.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Corey Mosley, shout out R.I.P.
R.I.P. Corey Mosley.
I'm gonna be honest, man. That shit like really like hit me like because we know when you looked at Corey was like, I ain't in the weight room. When you looked at Corey, like you be like, I don't go to the gym. He
was a freak.
Yeah.
He
Since-
looked like a bodybuilder
In middle school too, though. Like even before that.
And he was like he was Booby Miles. Like he was that good.
fucking good.
Always
And
though.
all the girls loved it.
Yeah.
He had like the fucking movie picture role high school career.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he went to play start safety for UVA.
Yeah.
Right.
He had everything going for him.
So when I seen him a few years ago and to see how like small he was, it kind of was like, this shit don't even look right because this is a person I saw in high school.
That shit changes your
Man,
perspective.
it's like
Throwing
seeing
up
Superman, and then you see Superman in real life. It's like
30 times, and you like, bro, you can't be this small. Like it really fucked with me. So to hear that he passed, it was just like,
Bruh.
what? This is
Yeah.
somebody I saw. Like
Henrico legend, man. R.I.P. to Corey.
R.I.P. man. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy, like you said, people are getting older, and I'm getting to the point now where my mom called me. I don't know what it's about,
Right.
and I'm scared to answer because I don't know
what's gonna happen.
what's gonna
Who,
happen.
right.
Who's sick?
What are you
Who's
calling
this?
me?
What's
Like
going on?
it ain't just what's the Netflix password? I don't know if you call and say somebody died,
Right.
somebody in the hospital. It's like it's that phone call to the like when she called, I'm like, okay, let me get myself together. Hey, mom. Okay, her tone is okay. Cool.
Right.
Like I don't know because we get to the age because I'm thinking about I'm about to be 35. My grandfather's about to be 80.
Right. This that age.
Bro, this is the age.
right
So it's
here.
like,
Hey.
and then you see people around you passing. That's like,
See, then Sade
man.
passed at the same time, like all at once. Like,
like
was
it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's like it become too much at one point.
funniest
It's
thing
like,
Corey ever did, though. I gotta share this story right here. We outside, and it's this masculine presenting female at the time. But y'all would call them studs today, and she need a lineup. And I don't know where the fuck they found these clippers at, bro. But he give her a lineup. And when I say the front was this big, when he brought it to the front,
But I can imagine
man,
Corey
you
like, man,
talking
she good.
about
She
in the
good?
bro. You talking about in the flow, bro.
I can imagine her
Man, I
saying,
ain't never
hey,
seen
Corey
no
did a
shit
lot
like
of
that.
funny shit.
Man,
Corey
that's
did a lot
bro,
of
that
funny
shit was
shit,
fucking.
man.
But it's a crowd, like it's like half day.
Oh, yeah.
So you know half day, everybody just everywhere. I mean, it's packed out here. Man,
Everybody
he give
wanna
her
see
this
it.
lineup, man, and you talking
Yo.
about motherfucker in the flow.
Hey, man.
That's how you know you popular when a random motherfucker will
Don't
walk up
care.
to you and ask you to cut their hair.
They don't care. And they can be fucked up and I
like,
don't care.
Corey did this shit.
Corey did this shit.
Yes, bro.
That's how Liddy
Bro.
was,
Got
bro.
the cord.
Bro,
Yeah.
do you know how crazy to just let a random
man,
motherfucker cut your hair?
that's
No
how
hair
Liddy
cutting
was.
experience.
R.I.P.
man.
to Corey, man. I'm so glad, like you said, bro was, he was sick. So, he's at peace now, yo. So it's tough, man. Like you said, we are getting to the age. Niggas is getting older. And you just never
it's
know.
gonna get worse, bro.
It just get worse.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to sound cynical, like I'm just a depressed.
The longer
guy.
you
But
live,
it's
that
the
mean people
fucking
gonna
truth,
die.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
I got phone calls for you, my dad, my mom, my
Like,
grandma.
yeah, he
like,
just-
bro, this bum.
Yeah, it's like them calls. Them calls become like,
that
man.
shit. it takes something out of you.
Yeah.
So that's why we always say, bro, enjoy this shit.
Got
Enjoy
to.
the bad days. Enjoy the rain days. Because would you rather have a bad day or no day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Order some pizza in this motherfucker. Way I talk about.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just,
Like,
it's just one of them things you got to understand that day is going to come
that
for
day,
everyone.
and we don't know.
That's the message I try to give to people without sounding like
I think about
I don't like unempathetic.
Yeah.
It's like I want to be here for you, but I want you to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with my wife. Like she hasn't experienced really any. We had one tragedy in the family, but outside of that, it hasn't been much.
Yeah.
Like, but I want you to prepare yourself because one day our parents are going to pass, bro.
That just-
Yeah.
Unless we go first, and that's
Right.
even more tragic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like the way it should be is the children bury their parents. The parents should never bury their kids.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's life.
Right.
We here for a
Right.
finite amount of time.
Right.
We got one shot at this thing as far as we know, and we gotta do the best we can.
Everybody got an aspiration date. You just don't know what it is.
Memento mori. Remember your death.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. There's some people that gonna hit me,
Yeah.
and it's gonna hit me, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna need y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like this is some real shit. Like
Right.
ain't no
Yeah.
good. No, fuck that.
Right.
Come get me. Come get me. I'm just being real.
Take me to Discovery Zone.
Do something. Just put me in the
He
car.
said, bro, I just need to go to the gym.
I
Just
just
drive me
need
to
to
the
do
gym.
something. It's some people in my family that I know that
Right.
is gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna hit me like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna call. Hey, I need you to come get me.
Yeah.
No,
Before
man,
I
it's
crash the
it's
fuck
crazy
out.
parting from someone who's been in your life the whole time you've been alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing more constant than somebody
And
who's
for
been in your life the
even
whole
if the
time.
relationship is strained, it still hurts.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
I didn't have a relationship with my mom at all,
Yeah.
but when she passed, it's like it's so final.
Yeah.
Like in the back of your mind, if you don't have a relationship with a family member as somebody as important as your mother, in the back of your mind, it's like, well, one day we'll patch it up. Like
Yeah.
you feel like
You know what,
you'll
bro?
be able to
It's
get
hope.
over it.
I was
That's
gonna
what we
ask you
live
that
off.
question
yeah.
because I got the call my dad died. My dad got killed. I sat down like I had so many emotions.
Yeah.
And somebody that didn't have a relationship with their mother, and I really have a relationship with my father. Did you have something in your that you almost kind of blamed yourself? Like, damn, maybe I should have patched that relationship up. Maybe I
For
should have
sure,
did some
yeah,
shit.
immediately. That's the
That's
first.
the first thing I
that's
thought.
the
Like,
first thing I
fuck,
felt.
why I ain't do it? Then I'm like, man, I just so much emotions. That
Right.
Yeah, I
'Cause
felt
I was like, I
everything.
ain't
I
know.
felt mad at them for
Yup.
not being around.
Yup.
I felt guilty for not trying on my side.
Yup.
I felt everything.
Yup, that's exactly how I felt. I was like,
But ultimately, you got to remember you were a kid, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
A child. Like I'm looking at my son now. Like I can't imagine not
Yeah.
being around.
Because like being in a situation when a parent not in your life, they create the relationship with you that they're gonna have for the rest of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And they set the tone for it.
Right.
And that's usually how it's even when you might try to rekindle, it's gonna get back to its constant where it was at before.
And
'Cause that's
nothing's
the
more
relationship.
important than time. And you can make time for your fucking kids.
Yeah.
So like once you have a child, it'll resonate. I feel even not that I don't hate her, like I don't have no animosity towards her, but having my son, I there's nothing anybody could say to me to justify.
Right.
But it never
not
has
wanting
been
to be
though.
around.
Because like especially as a mom.
Yeah.
Like I understand dads be here and there since the beginning of the time.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you're a mom and you gave birth to me and chose to exit, you really don't give a fuck. Like nobody could make you give a fuck at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got nothing for you. I got
Yeah.
that's just what it
Yeah,
is.
'cause and it's tough. I thought it like he said, damn, I was pissed, then I felt bad, then I felt guilt. You know, it's just a bunch of emotions. I'm just like, but why am I feeling these
Yeah,
emotions? I haven't talked to my
Because I felt that way.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember I told you I thought my mom was good, but she just ended up being high, right? So it was just whatever. But I felt those emotions, but it's like, bro,
Why you?
no,
That's
it's a funny story though. Like,
It's a funny
like
story.
really
He
thinking.
said, I thought she was cooked.
I thought she
It's
was
fucking
dying, but
crazy.
no, she was high. But it happened like
no, she
twice
was just
in
high.
like a month. Like I really thought she was out of here, and I felt
Yeah.
like that rush of emotions.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
damn, like you,
Yeah,
it's
what's
like
going on? Yeah.
you would have thought like my best friend was going. I'm
Right,
like,
and
damn,
it's
like
like, how
even
did-
though I ain't got a relationship, you still got a bond
feel
with
it.
my parents.
That's what I want to ask. Like,
Yeah,
I haven't-
like-
why did I feel this? Even
and you
though
won't
it's been
hear,
years,
right? But it's their parent though.
You only got one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
You got several friends. You only
Right.
got one father, one mother.
Yeah, so when that shit happened, I'm just like, but it's like, bro, you just left a motherfucker defending the world on their own. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it was I had to let that hurt go back in the day, and it helped me out. It helped me out to become like a little not as bitter about him not being around. And even to this day, even with him passing, I had no ill will. Yeah, we didn't talk, and I wish we could have had a better relationship, but it wasn't no ill will. And I even sat back and be like, yo, sometimes I do understand. Like a lot of shit just be you don't be knowing. Like sometimes you be kids trying to raise a kid, you don't know what to do.
Right.
And the shit can be it's tough. I'm not gonna never say this parent shit is easy.
Right.
Especially when you don't have nothing.
Right.
This shit could get even tougher when you don't have nothing.
Right.
So it's like I kind of now as older, I kind of want to. I look at it both ways.
But that's the point.
But I also say that the time. Time don't really call.
Like you could
much.
call
That's the
me.
point I'm making. Is like you don't realize this until you have a kid.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about how much money you got.
None of that.
Especially in these early years, like they just want pick me. Like they just want to be around you.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you can change about. Like that doesn't cost any money.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe a train ticket or a bus
Anything,
ticket or
yeah.
a flight or whatever. I'll walk if I have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see my motherfucking son. I don't care about
To
what's
not
going
see
on.
them?
Yep.
But
I mean,
you gotta
we
try to not
all
hold it
learning
grudge.
about it. You know what I'm saying? You're getting better, and like you said, it's gonna be some things that even though you experienced and your dad taught you this, half of that you ain't even gonna show Junior.
Hell no.
Half of that shit, Junior ain't even gonna know what it is.
Nah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just what it is. You
It's
know?
easy to hold a grudge when you feel like you don't need someone though.
Yeah.
Like when you got the money, you got all this. Like I don't need, but the kids need it more than anything.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They need that relationship because there's certain things that they're going to teach them that you can't teach them.
Right.
There's certain things y'all going to be able to teach my son that I ain't going to know.
yeah.
It takes a village.
Yeah,
Take a
Yeah,
minute.
it,
no,
it,
for
it
sure.
for sure takes
Yeah,
a village.
for
For
sure.
sure.
Hell
Like, I
yeah.
see my son how much he loves his grandma. It's like, damn. Like,
yeah,
It reminds me of me. Like when I was a baby, all I had was my grandma.
Right.
yeah,
Like he don't play about
I wouldn't be half the man I am today if it wasn't for her.
yeah.
Let's be
I
like
probably
that.
wouldn't be sitting right here if it wasn't for her.
Hey, but you know those relationships are needed.
Yeah.
Those relationships are needed. You know what I'm
Did you
saying?
pour Diet Coke in that fantastic old fashioned?
Want nothing in the bar?
No,
I
it was
drunk
like-
that.
I'll fight you right now.
No, I want nothing in there. I drunk that.
It's exactly. Can't believe it.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I'm over
We'll
here
see you
crying.
next week. Go ahead and hit the like,
I almost
comment,
cried a
and
little bit. I ain't
subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
I did a fake yawn just in case one of y'all saw it. I was like,
gonna lie. Shit.